Bazaar with the latest. I have been requested to give a little botany lesson, so you can call me Dr. Bazaar today. I'm going to reference a old almond production manual to try to help us through. This is just going to be just a refresher course of what's going on in your almond orchard during pollination. Okay, I'm going to start with trying to tell you what the flower consists of. Obviously the petals. The male parts are the anther and the filament. That together is known as the stamen in my drawing here. The female part is known as the pistil together. So that's made up of the ovary, the ovule that's going to become the almond itself, the style, and the stigma. Okay, those are your basic flower parts. Okay, so what's going on? Well, in the almond deal, you are typically self-infertile. Right, so it can't pollinate itself. So we need at least two varieties. I'm leaving out independence there, but let's talk about nonpareil, Monterey, Carmel, those types. So they're self-infertile, so we need two sources or two flowers, right? We need one from the Monterey, one from the nonpareil in this case. They need to, one, bloom together, right? So if one's not open, it's not available. So if you can get them both to open at the same time, what happens then is, as the flower opens, the anthers, which have pollen sacs in them, start to dehiss, it's called. So they're opening up. When the flower opens, there's a dehissing then, and a few hours later during the daytime hours, they will also open up some more. So that process of pollen being available is driven that way. The good Lord has provided a system where if there is rain when the flower opens, the dehiss will be delayed. So if they've dehissed and opened, then sure, the rain will wash it away. But now you have a bee that takes the pollen and travels to the other flower, and it deposits, and it's picking up nectar and more pollen on the stigma itself. The flower, this portion of it is considered to be receptive for about 3 days. 72 hours, sometimes you'll see 4 days, but we consider it 72 hours. So this receptivity needs to be there when the pollen arrives. I've heard reports that you need about 7 grains of pollen to be deposited on a stigma. Don't take me for that. Once this pollen is landed on here, if the stigma is receptive, if the temperatures are correct, the pollen grains then grow down the style. They take several days to get down through here before they land at the ovule and then fertilize it. All during that time period, you're dealing with temperature, you're dealing with receptivity. That's what's going to make this fertilization work. So that is just a brief overview of what happens on the flower. In another latest, we'll cover more of the factors that are there. Thank you.